Hello again, YouTube. So that went in a completely different direction than I anticipated it would go. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the video before me. I walked into I thought I had $2 in quarters, but for some reason I only walked out with $1 in quarters. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Anyway, trying to turn quarters into paper dollars at IHOP. And by the way, it is 10:49 p.m. Thursday, show me the date. Tuesday, January 4th, 2022. So anyway, I walked into the IHOP. Mind you, I'm not trying to panhandle and I'm not trying to beg. That's really not my deal. And I'm somebody who finds panhandlers and beggars to be extremely, extremely annoying. About the only kind of begging I'm actually kind of comfortable with is somebody whose car won't start and is begging for somebody to give them a jump start. I'm always down to help that guy. But, or maybe somebody there with a flat tire that just realized that there's something wrong with his, lug wrench or his jack. Can you please help me with that? But yeah, all the people that are standing at corners with signs or, hey, you got $1. Oh, I'm so sick of that shit because I don't. So just to be clear, that is not what I was doing in IHOP, and I would certainly not go inside an IHOP to do that. Holy crap. So anyway, I walked in, and they were kind of busy, which is, to be expected. And there comes a bicycle on the sidewalk. At least he's got a light so I can see him. That worked out okay. I always get a little nervous when I see bicycles on the sidewalk, but, this road does not have a bike lane. Now granted, I would not ride on the sidewalk. I would, if I was going through this area, I would be going through the ginormous sea of parking, which has plenty of room for a bicycle in it. Anyway, sorry, where was I? IHOP. So I went in there. Honestly, I figured I'd just kind of walk up to the host and just ask, hey, I got $2 in quarters. Come to find out I had $1 in quarter. But anyway, I've got quarters. Could I get paper dollars? I need to make a deposit so I don't get an overdraft fee and can't deposit quarters in an ATM. And just have the guy, kick me down, just give him 8 quarters, get $2, or 4 quarters and $1, as the case may be. Crazy. I could have sworn I rolled with 8 quarters. Anyway, and I had more quarters than that. It just didn't seem like enough to justify rolling coins at the moment, and still want to have that to fall back on as I may get that desperate this month. Anyway, didn't actually see any waiters. Wait staff seemed to be super, super busy. What do you call it? There was several people in the little entryway, the little foyer waiting area, whatever you want to call it, where you wait to be seated. And I could tell that the guy that was the host was very overwhelmed by it all. Anyway, he hands this guy his change, and the guy was kind of towards the back. He's like, hey, I got this is your change, and he hurried off to do something else. And obviously I'm not trying to, if these guys are that busy, like, I'm not even a customer. Handle your customers. I will patiently wait. I'm asking y'all to do me a favor you have no obligation to do. So, and I'm not a customer. I mean, I'm a customer there somewhat, but not today. But anyway, I saw him hand this guy back, a handful of paper money. There's definitely some ones in there. And I'm like, well, I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking to trade quarters for dollars. So, maybe this guy can hook me up. As soon as he handed that guy the change, he walked into the table, obviously to put a cash tip on the server's, on the table for the server. Nice maneuver. As somebody who has previously been a server, I can tell you all servers would much rather have, and anybody else who's a tipped person, same goes as a cab driver, much rather have a cash paper tip, even if it's a slightly smaller amount or smaller amount, much rather have a cash paper tip than a tip written in on a credit card. Because that goes in my pocket, whereas there's a good chance that tip that goes in the credit card is going to go to the IRS. So yeah, I'd really rather have paper in my pocket. All right, I'm walking to the vestibule completely out of habit, But I think I mentioned this, and I've mentioned this on more than a couple of videos. Even though I have a Chase business debit card, and no, I'm not going to point my camera at the cards. You don't just get to see those numbers. Sorry to disappoint. There it is, Chase business debit. And there is still a card reader here with a sign that says insert magnetic stripe in card slot as shown. Place contactless EMV card over reader as shown. Place mobile or NFC over reader as shown. So yeah, three ways, one with a mobile app, two with a card. So you can get in, and here's another one. Oh, this one actually says with the light things. Now this is okay. I'm going to give him props. I didn't read that sign before, but there is a red light, and that does mean something. But yeah, it doesn't. That doesn't work. And it's even blinking. The light is even blinking when I put it up, so it's definitely sensing my card. But it doesn't work. But I didn't see this. There's a thing here that says reader light indicators. Amber light, blinking amber light, green light, red light, blinking red light. Blinking red light says door locked, ATM closed. Blinking red light means invalid card phone read. Yeah, I'm thinking it's just invalid because it's closed, because there's nothing wrong with my card. I swipe it on, or I do the contact tap payment on occasion with it. I know that works. But anyway, so there is a red light. There is a tiny bit of text hidden down here. It tells me that this is locked and it's closed. But I'm sure it would be nice to have a bigger sign saying that. It would be really nice to have a bigger sign saying that. I had quite the discussion with a woman working behind that desk right there the other day about that and how it was an extreme inconvenience. And she's like, well, it's for safety. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I feel a whole lot safer in the vestibule, even with vagrants going by, as a vagrant just walked by, than I do at the drive-up ATM with cars coming up at me. I feel like I can defend myself against a vagrant much better than I can defend myself against somebody's motor vehicle that feels I'm in a space that pedestrians don't belong. And I think it's safe to assume that pedestrians don't belong at a drive-up ATM, but Chase gives me no choice these days. Anyway, before I do this, I do want to finish the story about what happened over at look at this. The sidewalk just goes into a sliver of nothing because people aren't supposed to have to walk over and use these drive-up ATMs. There's no convenient pedestrian access to these ATMs because we're supposed to be able to get in the vestibule and use the walk-up ATM. Anyway, I want to finish the story. So the guy comes back, and I was just, hey man, can I just ask you for a favor? And he had kind of that look like, kind of a compassionate look. And I don't really think I look homeless today. I mean, my gosh, I'm freshly shaven, and I feel like my I didn't really redo it since I woke up, but I want to believe blocking the lens again. I want to believe my hair is looking good. Do I look okay? I feel like I look okay. Anyway, I don't even, I was just trying to start to briefly explain, that, hey, I'm trying to avoid an overdraft fee, and I just need, I've got quarters, but I need paper dollars because I can't deposit quarters in an ATM, and I need to get that deposited before this payment goes through, and I get zapped with the overdraft fee. Hey, look, the northbound 44 is running, yay. Anyhow, I'm not sure if that's the last bus of the night. I think that one keeps going until around 11. And here comes a truck. He's probably nervous as hell. There's a person out here, especially when filming. So I'm going to walk over this way to make him maybe more comfortable, maybe more uncomfortable. Because I really want to finish the story. So anyway, as soon as I start to say what's going on, he just instinctively pulls out and hands me $2. Like, kind of make sure he's not giving me his whole lot of cash, and hands me $2. And I'm like, oh, no. I said, I don't, I'm not trying to beg for money, dude. I'm good. I said, and I reached in my pocket, and that's when I realized, or I'd already realized at this point I had 4 quarters. Anyway, that's when I handed him the 4 quarters, and I was like, no, I just simply need a paper dollar. I'm $1 short on my deposit, and I can't deposit quarters in the ATM, and he's like, oh. And so he took the quarters, and then I went ahead and handed him, because he'd given me $2, I handed him one of the dollars back. And to be completely honest, I could have really used another $2 right now, but I just wanted to make it clear that I'm not there to beg. I just simply needed to change 4 quarters into a paper dollar, because this machine over here, which is a lot more convenient for people in motor vehicles than it is for people on foot, machine over there will not take quarters. So anyway, I'm going to deal with one of them robots over there once those 2 4-wheeled killing machines get out of the way. I'm going to stop this now, and so the plan is, I think I explained this in the last video, deposit $2 and then withdraw 20, and then off to the other bank.